Okay, sige, sige. So let's define a new permittivity. Let's call this epsilon. So yung epsilon will be K times epsilon naught. Okay, so yung epsilon naught is the permittivity in free space or electric constant. Ngayon, itong epsilon is the new permittivity, which is na scalarize siya by this dielectric constant. Okay, so yon. So that means yung bagong electric field ngayon is equal to 'di ba, sigma net over epsilon naught, right? Oo, hindi. Yes, oo. So sigma minus sigma I over epsilon naught, 'di ba? Oh, ngayon, mangyayari diyan is ilagay mo to. So ibig sabihin, what will happen now? Okay, 'di ba? Sigma over sigma sub I over epsilon naught is epsilon over K. Ayan. Oo. Oh, tapos 'di ba meron silang relationship like this one. Okay, so ibig sabihin, i-ano natin pa, i-work out natin. So mangyayari lang dito is that sigma over epsilon over K minus sigma sub I over epsilon over K. Okay, so that means this is equal to K sigma over epsilon minus K over epsilon times sigma sub I. Tapos yung sigma sub I palitan. So K sigma over epsilon minus K over epsilon. Sigma sub I is this one. So equal siya sa sigma tapos 1 minus 1 over K. Okay, so ibig sabihin, this one is equal to K sigma over epsilon minus K sigma over epsilon, di ba? Plus, cancel K. So ibig sabihin, magkakaroon ka na ng sigma over epsilon. Tama ba? No? Tapos, cancel. Oh, yes, oo. So yung bagong electric field will be sigma over epsilon. Okay, so i-summarize natin yung mga formulas natin kanina. So, the new electric field, ito na yung with dielectric. Will be E is equal to original electric field over K. Kumbaga parang marereduce siya with factor K. And yung bagong electric field is also equal to sigma over epsilon. Okay, tapos yung original electric field. Ito yung without dielectric. Is E naught is equal to sigma over epsilon naught. Okay, nice. Also, equal din naman siya sa E equals to sigma minus sigma sub I over epsilon naught, right? O, then dyan din siya equal. Okay, so sinummarize na. Ngayon, calculate natin yung capacitance. Di ba? Yung capacitance is Q over, kumbaga parang, okay, original capacitance is equal to, uh, paano ba? Okay, Q over V sub naught, right? Yung original potential difference ng capacitor, right? Oo, magiging ganyan na siya ngayon. Okay, tapos, what will happen is, okay, yung bagong capacitance will be Q. Hindi naman magbabago yung charge eh. So, hindi magbabago yung charge. So, that means, uh, paano ba? Over yung bagong voltage. Over V. Tama ba tong track natin? Tingnan natin. Q over E times T. And yung bagong electric field is E naught over K times. Tapos ito yung 1 over K. Ay. Okay, right. So dito is, halimbawa, okay. 'Di ba? Original capacitance is equal to Q over V naught, no? Yung original voltage. So kung babalikan natin tong illustration natin kanina, with the original electric field, meron siyang original potential difference, right? Okay? Tapos nung na-reduce na yung electric field, bago na yung potential difference niya, naging V na lang. Pero yung charges, kumbaga parang, okay, gawin muna natin siyang, gawin muna natin siyang the same. So, ibig sabihin, tama ba ako na-understand? Kasi ganun pa rin naman yung charge nung capacitor. Sandali. Ay, okay, paano ba natin to nasabi? Sandali at. Mag-provide muna tayo ng background. Di ba kanina sinabi natin to? Ito. Right? Sabi natin, yung original electric field will decrease by the factor of 1 over K. No? Pero, paano ba natin siya nasabi? So, hindi naman siya arbitrary. Pero, nanggaling siya sa logical reason na kung bakit siya gano'n. By 1 over K. Kasi kumbaga parang, 'di ba? If the charge is assuming, or if the charge is kept constant. Kasi hindi naman obviously parang, kasi hindi naman magdidikit tong negative and positive. So yung charge nito is basically constant. Ganyan pa rin siya. Hindi magbabago. Ang magbabago lang yung potential difference. Gets ba? Okay, ganun pa rin yung charge nung capacitor. Ganun pa rin yung charge nung dalawang plates. Hindi magbabago. Yun nga lang, dahil sa polarization, nag-reduce lang yung electric field between them. And as a result, dahil nagbago yung electric field, magbabago din yung potential difference. Okay, so ibig sabihin, so if the charge of the two plates is kept constant, so ibig sabihin, yung old potential difference is equal to E naught times T. Tama? Tapos yung V, yung bago, is equal to bagong electric field times, ano ba yung D? Distance between the two plates. So, ibig sabihin, D is equal to V naught over E naught. Ba? Tapos, ito naman, D is equal to V over E. Oo. So, pero hindi natin makikita dito yung ano eh. So, unless we define. So, tama nga. Oo. Dinefine na lang din natin siyang ganito. Oo. Kasi, mangyayari kasi is, yung potential difference will decrease by a factor of K. Factor of 1 over K. So, that means yung electric field, ganun din. It will decrease by a factor of 1 over K. Malinaw? Okay? So, the potential difference, ito yung argument, no? Kung kept constant yung charge doon sa dalawang conductor, the potential difference will decrease by a factor of 1 over K. Hence, the electric field will also decrease by a factor of 1 over K. Kasi nga, V is equal to E times T. Directly proportional sila. Okay, because V is equal to E times T. Okay, so ngayon, balikan natin tong capacitance. So yung original capacitance is Q over original voltage. And the new capacitance is equal to same Q pa rin kasi nga kept constant yung charge divided by yung bagong voltage, V. So, tingnan natin. Yung bagong voltage is, say, C. It's equal to Q over V. Yun yung dielectric constant. Yun nga. Pag, so, times 1 over K, yes. So, kaya nga, new electric field is equal to E naught over K. Yeah. So, okay, yung bagong capacitance is this. And yung bagong voltage is substitute natin E times T. Okay, and alam natin na yung original electric field is, yung bagong electric field will be E naught over K, tama? Times T. So, rearrange natin, magkakaroon tayo ng K times Q over E naught times D, tama? Pero ano ba yung E naught times D? Remember, yung E naught times D is the original voltage. Right? So, ibig sabihin, K, Q over V naught. Ano ba yung Q over V naught? The original capacitance. So, ibig sabihin, yung capacitance will not reduce by a factor of 1 over K, but instead, it will increase by a factor of K. Baliktad. The capacitance will have an opposite behavior. Okay, so unlike the voltage or electric field, it will increase by a factor of K. Malinaw? Mag-i-increase siya. So, ibig sabihin, ano yung naging effect ng pagdagdag natin ng insulator? So, the effect is the electric field. Yes. Yes. Hindi. Ang mangyayari, pag sobrang taas ng K, yung electric field is sobra siyang magdi-decrease. Tama? And as a result, the capacitance will increase dramatically. Okay? So, the capacitance, baliktad sa capacitance, the capacitance will increase. Okay? So, ito parang ang kasunod nitong sa electric field. Kung nag-decrease sa electric field, the potential difference will also decrease. Syempre. Will decrease. And dahil nag-decrease yung potential difference, dahil nag-decrease yung potential difference, magi-increase yung capacitance. So, yan yung effect ng dielectric. Okay? So, ayan na. Ito na yung bago. So, dagdagan na natin yung formula natin. Final capacitance is equal to K times original capacitance. Pero ano ba yung original capacitance? Di ba equal siya sa epsilon naught, original area divided by distance, no? So, ilagay natin. C is equal to K epsilon naught A over D. Pero ano ba yung K over epsilon naught? Di ba, define natin siya na electric permittivity? So, equal siya sa K times electric constant. O, so, sabihin, epsilon A over D naman siya. Okay, so ito yung mga formula natin. Yung mga bago. Okay, and as a result, bukod dito sa charge, bukod dito, ano na yung magiging, meron din tayong tinatawag na electric field density. Or hindi, energy density. Purple. Nawala. Okay. So, bago tayo mag-example siguro, daanan muna natin yung concept ng electric field energy. Ano yan? Sorry. Hindi. Ang mangyayari niyan is the energy, ito siya, energy, um, the energy in the capacitor is stored in the field. In the region between the plates. Okay, so yan. Ibig sabihin, we can calculate the energy per unit volume between the plates. So, saan siya stored? Mismo doon sa electric field between the plates. Gets mo ba? Oo. So, calculate natin energy per unit volume. So, energy density is equal to potential energy divided by volume, V. Ay, baka sabi mo voltage, no? Volume. Okay, so now, gamitin mo lang isa sa mga formula na na-derive natin. So, potential energy is 1/2, yung isa doon, 1/2 CV squared. Okay, and yung volume between the plates is yung area ng dalawang plate times their distance. Yan yung volume, tama? Okay, so ibig sabihin, ano yung energy density? So, equal siya sa 1/2 CV squared over ABAD. The distance between, distance. So, yung area ng dalawang plate times the distance, volume yan. Volume. Oo. So, di ba C is equal to epsilon naught A over D. Tama? Hindi, siguro para hindi tayo malito, lagyan mo to ng C naught. Yan, C naught. Para original capacitance. Ibig sabihin, ito ay without dielectric. Okay? Wala. Ano lang to? Vacuum lang. Oo. So, C naught is equal to this. So, ibig sabihin, this is 1/2, 1 over A times D. Hindi, kaya nga permittivity ng free space. Kasi pwede ka pa rin naman makapag ano, di ba? Meron pa rin naman silang interaction. Hindi naman infinite. Oo. So, pero yung mismong value, di ko alam paano siya nakuha. So, electric constant, A over T. Ang palitan natin. Tapos yung V squared, palitan ko siya ng E, D, original electric field times D squared. Nakasunod ka? Okay, so, mangyayari, cancel area. Tapos, sa mangyayari, is electric constant over 2, 1 over D squared, kasi D times D. Tapos E naught squared, D squared. O, cancel D squared, ano na lang matitira? So, equal siya sa So energy density is equal to 1/2 electric constant E naught squared. Okay? So siguro, pwede mo tong tawaging U naught, no? U naught. Okay, so now with dielectric, ano na yung magiging bagong energy density? Oo. So, alam mo ba implication nito? So, 'di ba, vacuum, walang dielectric, pero may nakalculate tayo na energy density. So, ibig sabihin, the vacuum or empty space is not really empty. It has something in it. And that something is electric field. Gets that? Okay? So, meron siya electric field. And thus, um, hindi siya truly empty. So, ibig sabihin, merong something in it. Okay. So, okay, move naman tayo sa with dielectric. So kapag merong dielectric, what will happen? So magbabago yung ano, 'di ba? Magbabago yung electric field. So ibig sabihin, the new energy density is equal to 1/2 electric constant times the new electric field then squared. Eh, pero ano ba yung bagong electric field? 'Di ba? Equal siya sa E naught over K, no? Palitan natin 1/2 epsilon naught E naught over K squared. Okay? So ibig sabihin, equal siya sa 1/2 electric constant E naught squared. Tama ba? Di rearrange mo. Magkakaroon ka ng 1/2 electric constant over K E naught squared. Pero ano to? Di ba? Permittivity is equal to K times epsilon naught. So that means, ano yan? Wala na. Nawala na. Paano kaya yan? Hmm. Okay, paano ba yung goal? So 1/2 K epsilon naught. Sandali. Baka nagkamali ako ng log. Okay, nagbago yung electric field. Hindi, baka kailangan nating i-repeat yung derivation. Hindi tayo pwedeng mag-direct substitution. Oo. So the new energy density is equal to yung bagong electric potential energy divided by the ano yon? Volume, no? O yan siya. Tapos ano yung bagong energy density? So equal siya sa energy density, bagong energy. Kasi mukha pala siyang pareho. U. Okay, tapos hindi, mali. Small u lang yan, small u. Small u, tapos ito big U. Okay? Over volume. So equal siya sa 1/2 new capacitance C, new voltage squared. Gets ba? Anong palidin pala to? Dapat to V naught. Okay? Gets mo ba? Dapat V naught siya. Original voltage. So 1/2 CB squared over volume na A times T. Okay, so substitute mo 1/2 over 1 over A times D times C. Ano ba yung C? Bagong capacitance, no? So ibig sabihin, siya ay electric constant, hindi, permittivity times A over D. Isa naman is E, bagong electric field times D squared. Ibig sabihin, magkakaroon 1/2. Yes. Hindi, yung A canceled, no? Ah, so A squared, D squared. O, di yung D squared maka-cancel din. So, ibig sabihin, the new electric energy density is, cancel D, is 1/2, uh, 1/2, ay, ba't may epsilon not to? Dapat wala. Permittivity times E squared. Okay? Or equal siya sa 1/2, expand mo lang, K epsilon not E squared. Yan. Okay, yan yung bag. Yung original, ito. It is, nangyayari, if without dielectric. Kapag without kasi is, yung K ay 1. Okay, mangyayari lang yan is U equals to 1/2 times 1 epsilon naught E squared. O di babalik lang siya sa dati. 1/2 epsilon naught E squared. Tapos ganun din yung capacitance. So capacitance is equal to K original. Yung K ay 1 kapag without dielectric. So ibig sabihin yung final ay magiging equal lang sa initial. So this is the formula. Tapos ganun din yung electric field. Final is equal to initial electric field over K. So dahil 1 lang siya kapag without dielectric, so ibig sabihin E is equal to E naught. Gets ba? So babalik lang siya sa dating formula. Di mag-example tayo, no? So, okay, so let's consider a capacitor. Again, for our example, ibalik natin yung dati. So we want to construct a 1 farad capacitor. Okay, yan yung goal natin. So, kung naalala mo yung nakaraang example natin, so let's say, we have two parallel plates and yung isa is positive Q, yung isa is negative Q. Okay, so, ngayon, meron silang distance between them. And meron silang area A, no? Okay, tapos ang pagkakaiba nito example na to before is yung setup na yan, same setup, lalagyan na natin siya ng dielectric. Ito with dielectric. Ito naman without dielectric. Okay? So with dielectric and without dielectric. So ibig sabihin, maglalagay ako dito. Okay, so yung dielectric na yun is may K, which is dielectric constant. Okay, and let's say the dielectric, wala, hindi ko alam actually. Gano'n lang nila tinawag. So, let's say itong dielectric constant is 300. Wala siyang unit value lang siya. So 300. Okay, and yung distance between them is still 1.0 millimeter. So sobrang lapit. Kasi nga, we want to increase the capacitance So kailangan malapit talaga sila. Ang tanong is, ano yung required area? Okay, what is the required area? So, calculate muna natin yung original na required area without the dielectric. So without dielectric, ang capacitance gusto natin 1.0 farad din. So without dielectric, original capacitance is equal to electric constant A over B. No? Okay, and ngayon, yung required area from this expression is A is equal to D times C naught over A, epsilon naught. Okay, so that's the formula. And ano yung required area kapag wala pang dielectric? So D is 1.0 times 10 raised to negative 3 meters. Tapos ang gusto natin is 1 farad over 8.85 times 10 raised to ilan to? Negative 12. Negative 12. Newton, coulomb squared per Newton meter squared. Okay, ano kayang sagot? Sige. Ano kaya required N? Times 10 to the 8. Okay, square meters. Which is sobrang laki, no? Oo. So, ganun siya kalaki, no? Ganun siya kalaki. So, however, with dielectric, ano kayo mangyayari sa area or required area? Okay, so with dielectric, okay, okay. Oh, laki, no? So, eto, pag bago siya, with dielectric, so yung capacitance is equal to epsilon A over D, no? Okay, so from this formula, area is equal to D times C over epsilon. Eh, yung epsilon is K times epsilon naught. Saan, saan? Oo, malaki talaga yung 1 farad. So, eto, K times epsilon naught. So, ito yung with dielectric. Okay, and ibalik lang natin yung kanina. So, 1 over K D times C over epsilon. And pag sinubstitute natin yan, 1 over 300 And yung D is 1.0 times 10 raised to negative 3 meters times 1 farad over 8.85 times 10 raised to negative 12 coulomb squared per Newton meter squared. However, nasagutan na natin tong una. Ito yan, di ba? Yung value niyan. Right? Okay, so ibig sabihin, substitute mo lang. 1 over 300 times 1.13 times 10 raised to 8 square meters. O, di-divide mo lang sa 300. Yung sagot natin kanina, ano kayang sagot? May 5 square meters. Nakita ko, kanina times 10 raised to 8. Ngayon, times 10 raised to 5 na lang. Ano nangyari? Nag-reduce yung required area, yes. So, ibig sabihin, ang isa sa mga effect din ng dielectric is it can reduce uh, uh, pero still malaki pa rin yung kanina. So ibig sabihin, it can reduce the required area to achieve large capacitance. Yan yung isa din sa mga effect niya. So marami siyang benefit. And again, ulitin ko yung isa niyang benefit is that the dielectric can prevent the two conductors to meet. Hindi sila pwede magdikit, di ba? Hindi pwede magdikit yan. Kung hindi nagagana yung capacitor. No? Okay, so ipe-prevent kayo na mag-meet yung dalawa. Okay, so marami talagang benefit yung marami siyang marami siyang benepisyo. Ah, hindi ano na 'yon, ideal 'yon. Hindi mo na 'yun mapapasok sa electronic device. Magdidikit 'yun. Oo. Mhm. Pero please know na kahit walang dielectric, capacitor pa rin yung setup na 'yun. Oo. Okay lang 'yun. Pero dahil nga hindi sila pwede magdikit, we must place something between them. Oo. Depende, kailangan large K kung gusto mo ng large capacitance. Oo. Depende sa ano mo, sa electronic device mo. Halimbawa, maliit lang naman yung electronic device. E di hindi mo kailangan ng masyadong malaking C, capacitance. Pero kung malaking electronic device, edi syempre, you would want larger capacitance. Depende sa requirement. Depende sa requirement. Okay, punta tayo sa energy storage. Okay. So para sa energy storage, gamitin na lang natin yung same example. So without dielectric, tingnan natin yung effect ng dielectric sa energy stored. Okay, so isa pa yung makukonclude natin dito. So U is equal to 1/2 or original 1/2 electric constant times E squared. Okay, so halimbawa yung dielectric natin na 1 farad, i-connect natin siya sa battery. So capacitance C, okay, tapos voltage VA. So capacitance is 1 farad and yung voltage is i-connect natin siya sa uh, 1,000 volt battery. Okay, so ano mangyayari ngayon? Ano yung magiging energy, no, or energy density ng ating capacitor, no? So magiging energy density niya is 1/2 electric constant tapos um, and then original E, no? So ibig sabihin, yan ay equal sa V naught over D. Right? Okay, tapos halimbawa yung dalawang plates, yun nga, separated sila ng distance na 1.0 times 10 raised to negative 3 meters, no? Or 1 millimeter. Okay, so lagay natin. Ang original energy density niya is 1/2 without dielectric is 8.85 times 10 raised to negative 12 coulomb squared per Newton meter squared. Tapos, V naught is 1,000 volts, 1.0 times 10 raised to negative 3 meters squared. O, anong sagot natin? Ano yung original energy density? Four two five. Like, yeah, ito na yan. Okay, joules. 4.425 joules per cubic meters. Oo, yung energy. And paano naman kapag with dielectric? Ano kaya magiging effect? So, new energy density is equal to 1/2 epsilon E squared. So, magiging 1/2 K epsilon naught yan. Tapos E squared. Or yung E is the new potential difference. Kasi remember, yung yung V naught na to is ano ba? No, kaya ilalagay natin sa E. Kasi 'di ba, ang nangyari is same capacitance, hindi naman nagbago. Pero yung voltage niya nagbago. So, that means sabihin natin ganun pa rin yung voltage niya, no? So pag ganun pa rin, dali. Kasi ang mangyayari kasi 'di ba, if we replace a dielectric, magre-reduce yung voltage siya by a factor of 1 over K, tama? Oo. Pero pwede pa rin naman nating antayin yung time na yung voltage niya is magpapantay doon sa voltage ng battery. Oo, ganun yung pwede nating gawin. Or yun nga, sandali. Okay, so sabi natin, 'di ba, yung final voltage is equal to, ang gagawin kasi natin dito is i-disconnect natin. First is we're going to disconnect. Depende kasi sa setup eh. Disconnect the battery, and next is insert the dielectric. Gets ba? So ibig sabihin, magkakaroon na siya ng bagong potential difference. At yung bago niyang potential difference is V naught over K. Okay? So V naught over K. Galing siya dito sa E equals to E naught over K. O dyan siya galing. So ibig sabihin, yung V over D ito. Pero alam mo na yung V. So magiging 1 half K epsilon naught. Ano ba yung V? V is V naught over K over D. So pag yan sinimplify mo, magiging 1 half K epsilon naught V naught over D times K. Tama? Okay, so ibig sabihin, cancel K. Ayan, magiging ano siya ngayon. So that means, okay, nag-cancel yung K, no? Galing. Ano nangyari? Ha? Nag-cancel yung K. Ibig sabihin, same lang siya nung before. Parang mali. Hindi magka-cancel yung K, sorry. Kasi may square. I forgot the square. Hindi magka-cancel yung K. So magkakaroon tayo ng 1 half uh, epsilon naught V naught squared over D squared K. Tama? Kasi ito, pansinin mo to ah. Ito, itong term na to is the original U. Tama? Tama ba? Original U. So, ibig sabihin, equal siya sa 1 over K U naught. Eh, yung U naught, na-calculate na natin eh. So, U is equal to 1 over 300 times 4.425 joules per cubic meters. O, anong sagot? Oo, lumikit. 0 point? Okay. Okay, 0.01475 joules per cubic meter. So, ibig sabihin, ang susunod na effect ng dielectric is it will reduce the energy density. O, yan yung susunod niya effect. Okay? Okay, that's it. No, actually. So, it will reduce the energy density. Okay. Nakita mo nag-reduce yung energy density, no? Nag-reduce, right? Tama ba? Okay. However, where does the energy go? Nawala eh, di ba? Hindi mo pwedeng mawala lang yan, no? Saan napunta yung nawala? Kasi, di ba, when you subtract, nandyan yung energy loss, right? So, saan napunta? Saan napunta to? Okay, so the answer is the field. Kumbaga, ito yung simpleng sagot. So, the field does work on the dielectric. Dielectric. When we insert it in the capacitor. Gets ba? So, nagkaroon siya ng work done dun sa dielectric habang nung pinasok natin siya. So, ibig sabihin, dun napunta yung energy. Yung energy na gamit, o yung nawalang energy na gamit siya doon sa work done nung field doon sa dielectric. Okay? So, halimbawa, kung ito yung capacitor, so habang ini-insert mo yung dielectric, anong ginagawa niya? Magawa siya ng work done. Okay, so mangyayari is that kung ito yung mga electric field, 'di ba may mga electric field, no? Sa pagitan ng dalawang plates. Okay, nag-exert siya ng force. So, dito may banda dito is fringing. May fringing dito. Okay, so mangyayari diyan is mag-exert siya ng force dito sa dielectric. Force, force. Gets ba? So that the field does work on the dielectric. Okay? Yan. So diyan na pupunta yung nawalang energy. Kaya siya nag-decrease. Okay, sabihin yung field, ginamit niya para makagawa ng work doon sa dielectric. Kaya pag pinasok mo yung dielectric, nakapasok na siya sa loob ng capacitor, reduce na yung energy kasi ginamit niya to have work done on the dielectric. Gets ba? Yun yung nangyari. Okay, so may reason yan. Yan pa ba? Okay. So, siguro magbigay tayo ng example para sa network. Simulan na natin to ngayon. Network of capacitors. Okay? So, paano kapag dinamihan natin yung capacitor? Paano pag dinamihan natin siya? So, dalawa yan. Either we have the series capacitors, and another one is parallel capacitors. Ito yung tanong mo nung nakaraan, no? Paano kapag marami na sila? Okay, so for series capacitors, we have this setup and so on. Okay? Depende kung ilan sila. So we have capacitor 1, 2, 3, and so on. Kapag naman parallel, ganito siya. Okay? Tapos, and so on, depende kung ilan. Depende kung ilan sila. So, dot, dot, dot. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. Okay. Ayan na yung setup, no? Okay, next is, okay, meron silang characteristics, no? Itong network of capacitors na to. So for series, magiging magkakaiba sila ng voltage. Iba-iba ng potential difference yung bawat capacitor. Sa parallel naman is magkakapareho. Same sila. Okay? So kapag naman sa charges, same charges pag series, different charges naman kapag parallel. So ibig sabihin baliktad sila. Okay? And tatandaan natin na yung Q ay yung V. Kasi itong series capacitors na to, pwede mo siyang i-equate sa isang capacitor. Tapos tatawagin natin siyang C equivalent. Okay? C equivalent. And of course, meron din siyang sarili niyang charge and also voltage. And it turns out na yung charge nitong capacitor na to equal sa charges nitong lahat ng to, C1, C2, and C3. So equal yan. Tapos yung voltage naman, potential difference is equal to V1 plus V sub 2 plus V sub 3 and so on. Gets ba? Yan, same lang. Ay ano, yung V nung equivalent equal sa sum ng voltages ng bawat isang capacitor sa series. Dito naman sa parallel, same voltage. So ibig sabihin, if I equate this to one capacitor, of course, meron din siyang C equivalent at meron din siyang Q and V. So yung V niya is paresan sa V nitong bawat isa, C1, C2, and C3. Pero magkakaiba sila ng charge. So yung charge nitong equivalent equal sa sum ng charges ng bawat capacitor sa parallel. Gets mo ba? Okay? So yan yung math. However, what is C equivalent for series? Para lang siyang battery pero capacitor yan. So, okay, ano yung C equivalent for series at ano yung C equivalent for parallel? Okay? So yan yung alamin natin. So for series, we're going to use the formula C is equal to Q over V. Right? And from this, V is equal to Q over C. Tama? Okay, so gamitin natin siya. So for series, V is equal to V1 plus V sub 2 plus V sub 3 plus dot dot dot. O ilagay natin yung V1. V1 is Q over C1, tama? Plus, same charges sila pero different capacitance. Over C2 plus Q over C sub 3 and so on. Tapos, itong V na to, is syempre, isang capacitor lang yan. So, ibig sabihin equal siya sa Q over C equivalent, right? So, that means 1 over C equivalent is equal to 1 over C1 plus 1 over C sub 2 plus 1 over C sub 3 and so on. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung equivalent capacitance for series capacitors. Pero alam mo itong formula na to, unfortunate to eh. Kasi, ano ba yung kailangan mo makalculate? C equivalent. Tapos, nasa ilalim siya nasa denominator siya. So, ibig sabihin, if I add 1 over C1, 1 over C2, 1 over C3, kailangan ko pang i-invert yung result para makuha ko yung CEQ. Kailangan ko pang kuhanin yung reciprocal. O how about for parallel? Sa parallel, ang magiging result, madali lang. Kasi, Q, so from this formula, Q is equal to C times V. So, ibig sabihin, Q is equal to Q1 plus Q sub 2 plus Q sub 3 plus dot dot dot. Okay, so Q1 is C1 times V, same voltage sila. Ano yung magiging answer? So magiging answer is, remember yung Q naman is C equivalent times V. Okay, so therefore, C equivalent is equal to C1 plus C sub 2 plus C sub 3 and so on. So ibig sabihin, yung equivalent, i-add mo lang yung mga capacitance nila kapag parallel. Okay? O ganun lang gagawin mo. That's for parallel. Oo. So, di ba? Okay, mag-encounter tayo ng examples nito sa Sunday. Okay, 9 p.m. na rin. My God, nalita ko. So, sige, kita tayo sa Sunday ulit. Okay? Ano na ako? Gugutom na ako. Okay, bye-bye, bye-bye. Okay, see you on Sunday. Oo, actually yung battery is ano siya eh. Iba siya kasi, oh, oh, tsaka makikita mo na yung, kahit na hindi chemical eh, iba yung mechanism ng battery. Meron tayong tinatawag na, hindi yung large burst of energy, yan hindi ko alam. Kasi alam ko, hindi pa rin pwedeng ganun eh. So, lahat naman ng electronic device, once na magkaroon ng burst of energy, ano sila, magkakaroon ng, magde-degrade sila. So, pero yung nga, yung sa battery, iba yung mechanism niya kasi meron siyang tinatawag na electromotive force. So, which is, i-discuss natin kapag nakarating tayo sa direct current. So, makikita mo na, okay, iba yung mechanism ng battery. Meron siyang tinatawag na electromotive force. While yung capacitor, wala siyang ganun. It is purely, it stores charge and energy. Pero yung battery, iba yung way niya. May iba siyang way, no? Hindi siya nagso-store ng charge eh. Ano? Pero pwede mo siya i-charge. Siyempre, may mga battery na pwede mo siya i-charge. So, pwede siya mag-store ng ganong, pwede siya mag-store ng ability para makapagbigay ng power sa mga electric circuit, no? Ganun. Complicated kasi yung battery, no? May pagka-complicated siya. May pagka-complicated siya. And hindi natin i-discuss kung paano siya nag-charge. 'Di ba may mga battery na china-charge? Tama, 'di ba? Pero hindi natin i-discuss kung paano siya china-charge, no? Ay i-discuss natin is ano yung mechanism inside the battery, ano yung nangyayari. Okay, pero yung pag-charge sa kanya, hindi natin concern 'yan, no? Hindi natin magiging concern. Pero yung mismong mechanism ng battery, ano ba yung meron sa kanya, which is the electromotive force. Of course, both. You can charge capacitor, you can charge the battery. May way para gawin 'yan. Pero yung pag-charge ng battery, hindi na natin siya i-discuss kasi ano na yun eh, medyo we're going to deal with the chemical composition, chemical or water chemistry ng battery, pero yung mismong physics sa how it works, electromotive force, yung concept nun, yun yung concern natin mismo sa battery. Okay, so sige. Okay, so see you on Sunday. Okay, thank you.